welcome to the TopiaPodcast, where we talk about all things pop culture / Topia related with your hosts Ahmani, Edwin, and Antonio. But before we dive into any of those topics, you already know we like to start the podcast off with questions of the week. This week's question. Yeah, I know.
See, you got nervous.
But we only do one take here on some TBH shit.
This week's question of the week.
What do you think's gonna win Game of the Year? Or do you have any nominees?
Okay. You want to start off? Because I already know what you're gonna say.
I think Elden Ring is gonna win. No bullshit.
Really?
I think it's not even a contest. I gotta see how this God of War is looking. Mm-hmm. But I think even then, God of War comes out too late to be qualified. I know December's too late, but now they said November. So I gotta double check. But no, I'm pretty sure it's too late regardless.
Okay. God of War. Elden Ring. Precisely what you said.
God of War.
God of War.
Especially if they're coming out like very last second of the year too, they have a huge advantage. Because a lot of people still don't know what the story's gonna be about. So I'm ready for the ride. That's the most game that I'm waiting for. Besides Justice League. I think it's 2023, right? Justice League versus.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they God of War.
They keep delaying it. Yeah, I agree with you. I say God of War, mainly because I don't think Elden Ring was gonna have such a big fan base as God of War does. God of War is one of the classics from the old PlayStation days. Like old heads grew up with it. The new generation played the fourth one and fucking fell in love with it, and it has such a lot of hype just behind it before it even releases. That Elden Ring had a lot of hype too, but I feel like most of the hype came after the game already came out, and like people were making so many memes and shit about it, so people wanted to hop on the game to see what the memes were about, and that made it more popular. But I think God of War is going to be automatically super popular just because of the gameplay and just the mechanics that's going to introduce compared to the last one.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's interesting. We definitely got to see. I don't know if God of War could be considered. I really don't know. I was trying to look it up. I couldn't find anything. I don't know.
What are you looking
up? Like what the deadline was for to be considered. So
honestly, I think December is good for a deadline. I'm assuming, but December.
Like it comes out November 9th. Like I would say November something.
I don't think the game is honestly going to be more than 30 hours of gameplay to complete it. So. A month is good enough for people to get a good taste on it and vote whether or not it's worth Game of the Year.
Yeah. I feel like another thing that made Elden Ring popular was just the word of mouth. That game barely had any marketing. People were just spreading the word by themselves. And you could talk about Elden Ring, people go on Twitter, they'd be like, yo, I took a left and I found a bat singing, I took a right and I fell down a hole, I opened a chest and I got teleported. You could, it's spoilers, but not really spoilers. You could talk about it. When God of War drops, you better mute your social media, you better get off, you cannot share the game, whatever. But it's like that for most games. It's not like this is something new. God of War is still going to be super popular and stuff, but you definitely got to be careful. It's going to be a while before we could start the memes and shit.
Yeah.
But you don't need memes for God of War. You're there to throw the hands.
Right, exactly. And a quick side note, we will be streaming God of War. Not sure which one of us yet. They would decide. Well, whoever it is, but we will definitely be streaming God of War. If Antonio won't do it, I'll do it. If Ahmani wants to do it too. But yeah, that's going to be day one. And I cannot wait for that game because goddamn.
So yeah, since we're all playing it, we should all just come up with a review for it. If that's the case.
So yeah, of course.
Make a video for that.
Maybe a week after it comes out.
Oh, they ain't gonna finish it. That's.
I don't know. Cause here's the question, right?
Let's see.
You can either finish it soon and get the full experience for yourself, or you can take your sweet ass time but risk getting spoiled. And there's people who don't want to talk to you about it. There might be some videos you want to see, It's always a risk with video games. It's like Netflix shows, Netflix shows come out all at once, and you have that choice. You can watch it all at once, or you can take your time and savor it, but there's always that risk of spoilers, because if they're popular, everybody's talking about it, there's always memes about it, there's no way
I go on my own pace. When it comes to anything, watching a show or playing a video game, I go on my own pace. And sometimes, that fucks you over. and other times, you know, it doesn't because you enjoyed that shit at your leisure.
I figure it depends on me. If it's good, I honestly just spend the entire day playing it, so I kind of just beat it without noticing.
Yeah, it depends how good this one is. Depends how addicted I'm gonna get. Because I know Elden Ring, I was losing fucking sleep.
Yeah, I'm always on that shit daily.
I was losing sleep. I was doing them long streams. So.
And it was the first platinum too, right?
Oh, yep, first platinum. Yep.
Yeah.
For nominees, I really want to see, like, I know Elden Ring is going to be nominated. If God of War qualifies, then God of War will be nominated. Definitely. I want Cult of the Lamb to be fucking nominated.
Yeah.
That game is so fucking good.
I'm saying a lot of good things about it.
Please play it. It's so good.
I gotta finish the stream with it too.
Yeah.
I would say Deathloop. Deathloop was a very unique game for me.
I got spoiled for Deathloop.
Really?
But I think it's coming to the PlayStation Plus thing.
It is.
Yeah. So that's good for people. If you haven't played Deathloop, definitely play that.
It's a good game. It definitely gives you that PS5 experience.
I don't think that came out this year though. I'm pretty sure that came out in 2021.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
What? Because if that game came out like almost 2 years ago and I still haven't beaten it, that's gonna be sad.
Yep, came out 2021.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Damn, that was such a long time ago already. Fuck. This is what I'm saying. I can't remember when the games that came out. You know, and then Japan picked that weird little.
Yeah, they had like an entire. So what Edmund's talking about, Game of the Year already happened in Japan, and Elden Ring won, but their dates are. They have different dates than America, like different deadlines.
Except from April 2021
to March 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, so from April 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022. That's Japan's Game of the Year. And they chose Elden Ring out of all that.
Yeah. I felt like they should have waited, because like, you know, still a few more games coming out. Think Modern Warfare could be. I know you don't really fuck with COD games and really repetitive, but you think with enough hype and just player base, it could compete with God of War and Elden Ring?
Nah, because Elden Ring outsold Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
And Elden Ring's like a new fucking, like a whole new thing.
Yeah.
And it fucking outsold COD.
That's true, but this card is getting a lot of hype. Like, I literally can't escape it on my timeline on anything. It's all anybody's talking about, but we'll see.
But with that being said, let's just go into some more gaming news. We're obviously in the gaming mood. We're going right into it.
Alright, we're gonna start first with the God of War trailer.
The future game of the year.
Yep, game of the year recently from Tokyo. Edward, have you seen? You haven't seen this trailer?
Of course, I've seen this trailer.
Hey, go back to the OBS real quick.
OBS.
Yeah, real quick.
I watch this trailer every day when I wake up, and every night before I go to sleep.
Time on it.
Little technical.
Oh, little. Shoot, I don't see.
The recording. What does it say?
Oh, I say it's 8:40.
8:40. Okay.
8:40. Yeah, you're good.
So
yeah, this.
I watch the trailer daily. This thing is so good.
It's just explained a little bit.
This is what I do. Ready? I put it on my TV, and then I grab my controller and act like I'm playing the game. That's how desperate I am to play this shit, man.
Please don't do it.
No.
Don't ever do that. That's for
I
shit.
need
For
this
the
game. I need this game, bro. That's the only game I've been waiting for this entire year. Like, everybody's been talking about Elden Ring this and Spider-Man for next year and all
like
this
he wasn't
other
losing sleep over
bullshit.
Elden Ring. Like he wasn't on it.
Because it was a little addicting in the beginning. Now I still have it downloaded, but I'll never play that shit again. Like, it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But God of War, bro, like, and I say this a lot, right? So no one ever takes me seriously, but I'm gonna have to go for platinum on this shit, cause God damn,
He's not going.
I'm not gonna do it. I think it's hard to sell. Easter eggs?
I got the Thanos glove in the first one.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even fucking got in this one. It'd be ill.
Some crazy shit, bro. But nah, this game, man. You just look at it. There's no way it's not gonna be game of the year. The way they had it at the end. With the clash, with Thor threw his hammer and he threw the axe.
Goosebumps.
Bro, and then he met in the middle and swung that shit again, like.
That was good.
Yep. And I'm thinking that's probably gonna be like first boss fight, right?
Maybe.
Because the game ended if you play the game to completion, and then you get to like the end credits and shit. Not the end credits. You go back to the house, and then you get the end credits. They show Thor pulling up on you, so that's how the game really ends. It's Thor pulling up on you. So I'm thinking that's how it's gonna start. You start throwing hands with Thor, but maybe you're not strong enough, so you gotta retreat, and then you power up, kind of like how they did in the beginning of the last one. You couldn't really beat that nigga, so you kind of just power up later, and then you come back, and then you figure out his weakness, and you beat his ass. But I'm thinking we're gonna beat Thor midway through the game.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be some other big fucking villain that we're gonna have to take out.
No, I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. Word for word, bar for bar, no cap.
Oh shit, Ahmani's agreeing with me. That's a rare one right there.
Because you can see in the trailer when they it looks like they were like falling in midair and they were like on a platform because when they threw the axe and the med, that didn't look like they was out their house. That looked like you're in the middle of the fucking game. So
Right.
I think your theory's right.
Mm.
But yeah, this game's looking good. I gotta see how much they switch it up because I know a lot of people when the game was first in development. A lot of people were... It was basically the Spider-Man puddle shit all over again, basically. Because if you don't know, when Spider-Man came out, they showed the puddles in one version of the game, and then they had another... They upgraded it, and people were like, oh, the puddles look like shit in this version. This is an update. The puddles look like shit.
Oh, yeah.
And this is before the Spider-Man game was even out. They were just talking about the trailers, bro, and then the Spider-Man game came out. Everybody fucking loved it. So and with God of War, there was a whole thing about the boats when the game was first in development. Like if you look at the first trailer for God of War, they were like, "Oh look, they're reusing the same boat animation when they get into the boat and shit." That was like their puddle. But now that the game's getting closer to release, a lot of people are like more hype.
Yeah.
I hope the
Look at
game.
that part. Clash. That's lit.
Yeah, that part's lit. I hope the game switches it up. I hope it looks good. This is PS5, so I definitely want PS5.
I definitely heard, because I forgot what button it was, but the shield mechanic where you would like just throw the shield and it would come back. So apparently they added more to it, so you can do like more combos with the shields now. It's going to be more than just like a button. It'll be like a whole mechanic for the game, and it's going to like improve your gameplay more and make it more unique. But also, I feel like this one specifically is going to have so much more lore than almost any other one that we see. Especially when I saw that part where he like shoots the bow up to the sky and then the wolf follows it and it changes the entire day. And that shit's fucking crazy. And it being named Ragnarok, of course, it's like the end of everything, the world ending. I feel like this one's gonna be nothing but crazy ass boss fights and crazy ass fucking lore. And you're gonna learn so much shit, bro. And I just can't wait for it.
Yeah. Hopefully they stick the landing. Hopefully the game doesn't get delayed. I low-key think this shit's gonna get delayed.
Really? Don't say that.
I think it's gonna get delayed.
Although, if it gets delayed just for it to be better, you can't complain, right?
Yeah, you can't. Because they said December. No, they said
November.
this date, and then they said December, and then they said no, JK, November. And it's like, bro, they could easily say JK again. If they need to.
If they need to. I don't think they do. Like, looking at the trailer, I think it was pretty solid. It's pretty solid, right? Like, unless the only way they're going to delay it so they can add more content to it, make the game longer, then okay. But if it's just to improve a little bit of...
I mean, that's what happened to Elden
quality.
Ring. The Elden Ring was delayed by like a month. And I felt that shit when it came out in February. I was like, oh my god, I should be playing right now. But it was good. When Elden Ring came out, I was fucking with it. I think the same thing might happen here. They might delay it to December.
Shit. Well, here's hoping that the game just is a banger. That's all we can really hope for.
Yeah.
But the next game that I have next up is Tekken 8.
Oh shit.
That came out
So
during the show. Something small, something light. It lay like less than 2 minutes, but like it's showing you what's next in the story. But throughout the whole gameplay, it's like actually showing you what the end game fight mechanics gonna look like.
Okay.
yeah, so
not
Tekken
seen
8, I'm not too into the lore. I'm not a huge fighting game fan, Tekken fan. But
Same here.
8 does look good. I'm probably not gonna buy it or anything.
Really? Damn.
I mean, I'm just not a fighting game
This is
guy.
this is the actual gameplay?
Well, people are assuming, yeah.
There's no way this is actual gameplay.
That's actual gameplay, boy. Even in Tekken 7, they have like
It's
the
like
slow
this,
mo's.
yeah.
Yeah, they have slow mo's.
But
and
not like it's
everything.
like watching a fucking actual scene in an anime. Like, god damn, this is beautiful. Nah, it's not real gameplay though. This can't be.
I mean, not all of it is.
Yeah,
gameplay,
obviously, but like,
look at the slow mo's that they're famous for, bro. They're gonna go in. To me, my thing why I don't play Tekken is like watching gameplay. It just looks mad goofy because it's like you're literally juggling bodies and like it just looks. It doesn't look like a fighting game, you know. Like when you play fighters, you're throwing hands, you're doing combos, you're moving left and right. It looks like you're whooping somebody's ass. In Tekken, you just juggle them really, and it looks really weird. That's why I just don't get into it. And the combos are hard too.
They
Not
are
good at
hard.
fighting games.
The combo was hard when it first came out, but it also was goofy as fuck.
But I know everybody in the fighting game community is super hyped, so good for them. Good for them.
I might try it out. Who knows?
He's not.
Yeah,
We also got Resident Evil. They announced
Resident Evil what?
A new game or is it a remake
a DLC.
for
8.
Okay.
It is gonna have a DLC for additional content for his daughter, the main character's daughter. They're gonna do that. Add that. Hopefully, they're gonna add a VR mode. People are also waiting for an announcement about, and they're gonna add third person and missionary mode. You're gonna be allowed to play as the villains.
Oh.
So you're gonna play as that tall lady. Yeah. And also that dude with the big ass axe.
Interesting. So then, what? The main character then becomes an AI, and you gotta hunt him down.
No, missionary is like you get to play as the characters within the game, and it's like a bunch of trials you have to do. So like, say you have to like race against like a bunch of dudes. There's like a bunch of dudes, a bunch of things you have to do to like race against a clock on.
So like mini games.
Not even mini games, but like I mean, in a sense, like say you have to like kill these many people within this amount of time. Like there's a bunch of like difficult ass tasks, but they reward you for it within the in-game shit.
Okay.
They did it in Resident Evil 4, I believe, and they like recently brought it back in 8.
Shit, I've never been much of a Resident Evil fan. Like those games are a little complicated to keep up with, but they always look good. You know, they look like a good time. Always a little scary and shit. But you gonna play the DLC when it comes out? Are you gonna play the DLC?
Of course. Yeah, it comes out next month.
Oh, next month. Oh shit.
Comes out next
That's
month.
soon.
This comes out next month. God of War next. Then Gotham
Yes, sir.
Knights.
Okay, why? would you
I'm
even
getting
do that?
Gotham Knights.
Oh my god!
I'm
Don't do
getting
that to
Gotham
yourself.
Knights.
Don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that to yourself.
I'm getting Gotham Knights.
It's a waste of money, bro.
Along with
Wait,
So wait to buy
with
3 games, bro?
Wait a week. Wait a week.
Wait a
Look
week.
at it. Look at the actual gameplay. See what it's really like.
Yeah, look at the actual
Don't just
gameplay.
blindly buy that shit.
I'm not
Like,
blindly buying
yes,
it.
You're
you are.
blind.
Yes,
I ain't
you
blind.
are.
You're
You
blind.
must be, because if you're looking at the trailers and reviews and saying, yeah, I'm gonna buy that shit, you must be blind.
It's
But-
DC. It looks similar. It
Fuck
looks similar
DC.
to Arkham.
Just because it has the name
I might
doesn't
try it.
mean anything.
DC,
Try it.
bro. Like, no offense to you DC fans, but that doesn't mean shit. It's
Right,
like,
just because it has a logo.
right. It's like if
Is that because of the logo? Is that because of the logo?
Exactly. It's like brand clothes, you know? Like, they'll go into the dumpster, grab any dirty ass shirt, put the logo on it, and then sell that shit to you for $500. And people will buy that shit.
There was actually a study done, not a study, but
Social experiment.
thank you, a social experiment
With
done
shoes?
with the Payless shoes
Yes, I saw
on
that.
TikTok, where Payless, they pretended their store was like some
Big
high
bougie shit.
high brand store. They charged 300% extra on all their shoes, and everybody bought it. They had them on TV. They was like, why'd you buy these shoes? Because I can tell they're high quality. There was one dude, he was like, I could tell they're high quality. He had me crying. And they told him, they're like, bro, these are Payless shoes. They're like, what? He was like, yeah. And then they gave them all their money
their
back.
shit, but- and they got to keep the shoes.
And they
you
got to
know?
keep the shoes. And it's like, bro,
That goes to show people would just buy shit over the brand, not knowing where it actually comes from, what kind of quality it is. They can not give a shit about it. They just want the brand.
right. It doesn't matter if it's shoes or if it's fucking movies or video games. Like, as long as it has the brand. And we have to get out of that mindset as consumers, or else we're just going to keep getting more shit.
Yeah.
Because, obviously...
Same thing
it's
with
working.
Apple. Apple gives you the same shit every single year. It changes one little detail and then charges you an extra $500. It's bullshit.
Back to topic. Yeah, I'm not a Resident Evil fan. The only one I came close to beating was 4. Came close to beating. I never beat it, but whatever. Antonio's hyped for it. He's gonna play it on Twitch.
I'm really waiting for the VR version. They did it for 7. I highly recommend y'all play the VR version for 7. Beautiful experience. If they do 8 in VR, it's gonna be dope as shit. Especially with the VR 2. That's about to come out. But moving. What? What? That's just gonna be $500 that I'm gonna get.
You gonna get the new one?
Buy another PS5.
Huh?
You gonna get the new one?
Yeah.
The PSVR 2?
Of course. I got the first one. I'm just gonna get the second one.
You gonna sell your first one?
No, I still have it.
But
I just
no,
can't.
you're gonna sell it?
No. My brother has he sells the PS4.
Oh.
So he's holding on to it because
Okay.
I can't find that piece for the PS5.
Damn, you still haven't gotten that piece?
I know I still I got the piece just
Okay.
it didn't work. It didn't. It was like some bootleg version. It wasn't the actual.
But I thought they sent it, or you got it your own.
I got my own off
Okay,
Amazon.
okay.
Thinking that it would work, but no. PlayStation has yet to send me one.
That's funny as fuck. I signed up for it too, and I still haven't gotten my shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just look at Reddit, see what the fuck people are doing 2 years later.
Hey,
Wow.
You've always been a big fan of the VR ever since like high school,
Hell yeah.
middle school. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're keeping up with it. Let me know if it's nice.
Of
We
course.
went over to his house one time. They had that shit set up.
Yeah. You have the cardboard ones too.
Yeah.
You put on your
Christ.
phone.
The cardboard days were crazy days.
Google Card.
Those were crazy days.
The next game, Dragon Ball Breakers.
Alright, so this is I had Ant pull up this trailer. Dragon Ball Breakers, new Dragon Ball game coming out in October. I got access to the beta. I managed to get in, and I played it on our Twitch, TTV/TopiaCast, if you want to see us play. Or you could go on our TikTok. I got some clips. This game's garbage though, no cap. I think it's gonna be like $20 when it comes out, $30.
Really?
And it is not worth it because First, let me talk about this trailer. They added Majin Buu in the beta. You could only play as Cell and Frieza in the beta. It's basically Dead by Daylight with Dragon Ball Z. But the villains are so overpowered that it's crazy. Like, as a runner, as a survivor, I should say, you can, like, find items and build up your energy so you could turn into one of the Dragon Ball Z characters. And if you turn into a Dragon Ball Z character, you could fight whoever the evil dude is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not even worth it because you transform so quick. You have, like, a key bar. That key bar goes away so quick, and to build it up, it's so hard to build it up. You can see me play on Twitch. It was so difficult. I think I only won like 1, maybe 2 games, and in order to win that 1 or 2 games, everybody had to be on their shit.
Really?
Like, they had to be sweats. I got lucky and got into some sweat lobbies, and I got carried.
Damn.
But yeah, and unless they're gonna buff the survivors and make it fit, it's like they're so afraid of making it 50-50. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know. They added some new things. Like I said, they added Majin Buu. They also added the farmer. They added that item you just saw with the electricity, and you could trap him. Now, this is the part I'm confused about. He got absorbed, and now it's a whole new map. I don't know if, like, that's a map, or if that's gonna... I don't know how that works. Like, do you get absorbed and not die? I don't know how they're gonna make that work.
Maybe you should make it more even. Maybe you get absorbed and you have a chance to begin in from the inside.
Oh, okay, like a second chance.
Fucking that.
I guess, but that's only for Majin Buu. It's not gonna be like that for everybody else. But no, the game's not good. I don't recommend it. I just want to talk about the new trailer because they added this new stuff.
Yeah, go play Dragon Ball Fighters.
Literally anything. I heard they're gonna add Xenoverse 2. I'm gonna hop on that when that drops.
Oh yeah, where?
Yeah. Or like when it drops to the PlayStation.
You can make
Plus,
your own
I'll
character
hop
and
on
shit,
that.
right?
Yeah, I actually played the first one, and I was a super dedicated fan. I put so many hours into the first one. I was unlocking shit like crazy.
Did you play the second one?
Nah.
Oh shit, I bet. So we streaming now? What's the word?
I don't think it's stream.
I'm saying like if we
stream
just
it.
throw hands, like. Wow.
Like, there's so many other games. If you want
Are
to.
there? We've been streaming the same shit.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Xenoverse 2 is not deciding you want to stream.
You know, I might come back with the hype now that it's free. Well, this is the game shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they're gonna make like a dragon, a brand new one.
No, unless they're going back to the fucking mechanics of the original Yakuza, I don't want this shit, bro.
Yeah, I think they're making like 3 or 2.
Please,
Cool.
I'm not even saying like it was bad, but it's like if you're a Yakuza fan and you're going into this, you're gonna be highly disappointed. It is so different. It's so limiting. Like it has so much potential if they just let you beat their ass freely instead of this stupid turn-based shit that no one asked for. Like they did like 7+ Yakuza games perfectly, just throwing hands, nice combos, and they're like, you know what? Let's make this shit a turn-based game now. Like, worst decision there. Look how beautiful this game looks. And now it's gonna be a turn-based game, bro. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. Bring back the original Yakuzas, please.
And this is the other like a dragon.
Oh, they're making 2 of them?
Yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's not the Yakuza Like a Dragon. The first one's turn-based. Yeah, the new one they're making isn't turn-based. I'm pretty sure the new one they're making is like a, regular
traditional
stuff, but with like swords and like
guns. Shit.
I'm not a big Yakuza guy. There is one Yakuza game I did play. It was like the Fist of the North Star, but it plays like a Yakuza game, and I had a lot of fun with that. I was actually thinking about streaming it because it was like, I never beat the game, and it's been like years. And when I played it, I didn't see the anime, so I'm just thinking about restarting it.
There's an anime yet?
Like I've seen most of it now, but when I first played the game, I didn't see it.
Okay. I always watch episode 1 and never get past it.
Yeah, I was like halfway through the series. Fist of the North Star's pretty good. Anybody in the anime community tell you they fight for that shit.
Even if you haven't finished it, it's good.
I think he has like a new statue built or whatever.
Do we have anything else to talk about for the gaming section, or are we moving on to?
So, a couple quick things. Multiverses hit 20 million players. Big milestone for that free-to-play game. I know ever since everybody was a little shaky on it, they were like, "Oh, just another Smash Bros. Clone." Like that Nickelodeon thing didn't do too good, but that game is fucking good. It'd be having me heated, but
way heated. Say breaking this controller, bro.
Yeah, I'd be breaking my controller. That should be having me heated, but it deserves all the players. Like it's a good game. You get addicted.
Yeah. I will say that they need to maybe adjust their prices a little bit more so the characters are more accessible, or increase the amount of coins you get, because for us, you'd be going like 3-4 fucking rounds on rematches and get like 30, 20 fucking coins.
I fucking hate that.
That's so stupid. Like each round minimum should be 100 coins, even if you fucking lose. Like give me the coins, let me buy the characters. I can understand they want you to grind the game and keep playing over and over and over again, but if you're just a casual player like me that'll play like once a week when his friends invite him, like it gets really boring when I only have 3 characters to play out of because I don't have enough coins to buy more.
Yeah, I mean, at first I felt that way, but I mean, yeah, they could definitely increase it because you get like fucking 14, like fucking 10. They could definitely increase it. At the same time, you gotta hop on, you gotta play, like you gotta play.
Also, I feel like they might have a better success if they just made the characters free, to be honest with you. Like if all the characters were just available to play, I think more people would hop on and play them and just play the game because they have more variety. They can actually try out the characters and find people they would like. If you're limited to 4 free characters and then 2 that you buy, you're not gonna play that game. Imagine playing fighters, you can only play Goku, fucking Gohan, and Frieza. Like that's gonna be boring.
I mean, that is how it is for fighters. You have to buy the characters.
But you get a roster of at least minimum like 12 characters.
Oh yeah, you get
saying.
this small roster.
Like
yeah.
a DLC is different, but when the base game locks your characters and forces you to unlock them with like a high currency coin, that's bullshit. Just give me all the characters.
It depends on the game, cause like when they did that shit in League of Legends, and that's why I don't play League of Legends, cause it's like they have like 600 characters and you can only have like 4.
Yeah.
And it's like what the hell? And then Paragon, it was perfect in Paragon.
Perfect.
Like all the characters were free, but then in the later updates they made it so you had to start paying for it or be a certain level.
Is that how it was?
Yeah, and so in the later updates they switched it, and I was like, that's fucked up how they did that.
I was gonna say it was perfect because they give you all the characters. I don't remember if they charged you after, but I think they give you all the characters for free.
Yeah, they did.
And then if you wanted to take the character more seriously, like the mastery and shit, that's what you would pay for. Not even like with real money, just like in-game currency. That's what you would pay for, and then like you would dedicate time to that character, and you can get like the master skins and shit, unique skins, unique emotes, and all that other stuff. That's how every character-based game should be.
Should be, you think so?
Hell
maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Multiverse just hit 20 million players. The game still needs a lot of work, both with the currency and with the character balance.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations on them for the milestone, but they still got a long way to go. If they want to keep those numbers like that, or if they want to get even more numbers, they got a long way to go. So we just gotta see. There have been some whispers about GTA 6 leaks. I saw some things on TikTok, but
They look okay.
yeah, it's whatever. Like, let me know when it. Let me see an official trailer, or whatever.
I don't think that game's gonna come out for another 5 years. To be honest.
Yeah, hit me back up in 5 years whenever it comes out.
That game it takes place in Vice City though, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
So that's nice. And then they're keeping like the original icons for all the weapons and shit.
Yeah.
But like I said, we gotta see.
Elden Ring is getting a manga, but it's not gonna be like
Connected.
a serious dark story. It's gonna be a comedy,
Ew.
which is mad weird because Dark Souls is like very dark.
They're trying to pull the cyberpunk. They're trying to revive it with another media.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I gotta see it to believe it.
Is it the shonen manga?
I don't know what it's gonna release on.
Okay.
But apparently they're getting a manga. Just to let our fans know, Roller Drome, that game is out. I played it. I beat it on Twitch recently. It was
You
good.
beat it?
Yeah, I beat it on Twitch.
That's
Streamed
crazy.
it. It was a good game.
Mm.
You could either turn off the challenges, because like in order to unlock the new levels, you have to complete a certain amount of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, oh man, why do they do that? But it wasn't that bad because it forces you to replay the levels and to like really master the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to need to master the mechanics if you're going to want to play that game. So that shit was dope. And I highly recommend it. Also, we're playing Cult of the Lamb on Twitch. Me and Edwin, it's a single player game, but me and Edwin both had to hop on it. We did a live stream. That shit was dope.
Yep.
Great game. Great game. I will say, again, it's an indie game. I'm running into some glitches on the last dungeon where, like, some of the minions won't spawn. Or I have one clip saved where, like, too many of them spawned. And it was, like, 1 million of them.
Damn.
So the last dungeon is glitchy, and it could fuck up my run and my save data. You can't save in the middle of a dungeon. So that was, like, it was a little annoying, but not that crazy. Because, like, I still platinumed it, and that shit was good.
You platinumed it?
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see my Snapchat. I was waiting for you to see my Snapchat, and you never looked at it. But yeah, I platinumed it.
You platinumed
and I wasn't
feel
gonna.
betrayed.
I wasn't gonna platinum it. If you look up, bro, I wasn't gonna platinum it
I feel betrayed.
because the conditions to
Chad.
platinum that shit.
Oh my
You need to beat the
God.
bosses without taking a single hit.
That's
And
easy.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
That's easy. What do you
And
mean?
it took me so many tries, but then I did it, and I was like,
Chad, the betrayal.
so
Betrayal.
yeah, fucking, oh my god, I respect it.
I'm trying to platinum cyberpunk over here. This man already cyberpunk called the Lamb. Like, god damn.
Part of the Land is such a good game, so if you haven't played it, chat, play it. If you want to see what it looks like, watch us play it on Twitch.
Is that your second platinum, or do you have any more you're hiding? Dirty Slut.
Yeah, just the second one.
Yeah.
Fucking, I got that shit. I
I'm
don't know
about to
that
check his
other
trophies
video,
right
but
now.
look, that was like you when you was playing Sekiro. I had you in the corner of the
He
screen.
had me in the corner
I
of
took
the
a
screen,
picture.
Chad.
And he was
Oh
asking me
my
too. He's like, "Hey, you want to do
God.
anything else?" I was just like, "Anything else comes out." But I was in the middle. I called the Lamb.
I'm over here getting my ass beat by the final boss in Sekiro, suffering, crying in tears, and this man's over here platinuming it.
Yeah, I was in tears trying to get those trophies, bro. Those
Nothing
trophies
ever
were tough.
compares to Sekiro, man. That final boss is what Fears is literally made out of, man. Like, that shit, I can't even call it bullshit. I'm just not good enough. That's just crazy.
But with that being said, yeah, now we can move on from the gaming news. A lot of good stuff. One final thing for gaming news: the Overwatch stuff, real quick.
Yeah.
Overwatch 2 comes out in October. They're gonna shut down Overwatch 1. It's only gonna be Overwatch 2. And for the new characters, they're gonna put the new characters in a battle pass, but they're saying it's gonna be in the free one. My thing is, two things that people are worried about is, one, how deep is it in the battle pass? 'Cause I'm not trying to play that deep. And two, if the battle pass goes away, doesn't that mean you just, and you don't play, then don't you potentially lose a character forever? So we're trying to. People are trying to figure out.
Maybe you'll get the character regardless at the end of the battle pass.
Hopefully, but we got to see what they say because right now it's looking iffy.
Honestly, they might just reverse the choice.
I hope they do, because I'm not trying to tier 60 a free battle pass. Like, no, I'm trying to test out the new hero, see if I like it.
Right, I feel you.
So yeah, we got to see what they do with that.
Hopefully they fix it.
Yeah. If it's over like tier 20, if it's higher than tier 20, then no.
Too much?
That's too much. Higher than tier 20, it has to be 20 or below, to be honest. And even then, 20 is way too fucking much. That shit gotta be top 10, to be honest. But yeah, this is what's going on in the gaming community right now. We'll talk more about it as it continues.
We're 35 minutes in.
Alright, cool. Yeah, just gotta get it ready for the timestamps afterwards.
Alright, on to our next section. Quick little debrief of Antonio's favorite show. How you feeling about She-Hulk?
Christ. You know, I like to say it's amazing, but it's not. It's not. It's still horrible. Still cliche. Had a whole fucking filler episode last episode. I ain't liking it, but I'm here for the ride. I need to see what the fuck Daredevil looks like. So that's all I'm here for, honestly.
Okay. Malachi.
Yeah. Let me say, I don't think Marvel or DC is doing good comedy wise. DC has Harley Quinn out. I'm one episode behind on Harley Quinn.
I'm on episode 9.
So is that caught up or?
I'm on like 2 episodes.
Okay. Well, the last episode I watched, I thought it was really good. Like they were getting back into their shit, comedy wise. But so far, season 3 of Harley Quinn has been bad. It has not been funny. It's not been interesting. Like it's not even the Harley Quinn show. It's the Poison Ivy show. Damn. It's like season 3 is not the same. It's not good. And then you got fucking Marvel with their She-Hulk, and She-Hulk is not fucking good at all. They're both comedy shows, but they suck at doing comedy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad Rick and Morty's out, because I forgot what it was to laugh at a joke, to fucking actually watch a comedy show and fucking laugh, bro. Like, I honestly forgot the feeling.
Is that serious?
It's not serious. I honestly forgot the feeling. I'm watching She-Hulk. They're talking about Iron Man 3s. And fucking
he was over here bragging like, I got a whole shoe collection.
Yeah.
You know, I got this, that, and the third. I'm just like, oh my fuck.
He got a whole gangster accent out of nowhere too, that episode. Because last episodes, he was not talking like that. He was talking like a regular ass person. And then this episode, because he's a shoehead, he became a whole gangster and shit. Whole hood talk out of fucking nowhere.
And it's like, Marvel, do you want to go down this road after the whole fucking Miles Morales fiasco? You're really going to go down this road?
And the girl was racist too, to the Chinese dude. That entire scene was them just being mad racist. First, they go in there, and she starts talking Chinese to him. He's like, bro, I'm not even Chinese.
I'm not even Chinese, bro.
Right? And then, of course, the Asian guy in New York, or whatever the hell they are, is selling the bootleg shit in the back of the shop, bro. Yep. Like, it was stereotype after stereotype. Like, god damn.
It was rough.
Yeah. I would say that part did make me chuckle a little bit, though, you know, because I wasn't expecting them to go, like, just like that. That was really... It was, like, uncomfortable comedy, you know? Like, damn, she really just did that.
Like, uncomfortable comedy, that's fucking... Smiling Friends. They're the king of that shit. Fucking... That She-Hulk? I don't know what's going on in She-Hulk. They did that same thing in fucking Miss Marvel. They had a Latinx joke. They were questioning the girl who was famous on TikTok. She blew up. She blew up on TikTok because she was saved by Miss Marvel. Yeah. And then the police were questioning her, and they were like, "Yo, what race was she? Was she like black, Muslim?" Says something about the Hispanics, and it was like, "Oh, I can't call them that. I should call them Latinx now, right?" Right. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? And like, how would she even know her race if she was like in a mask and everything, and like. It was just too much. Marvel's getting crazy with the races, bro.
One thing I will say that just lets me enjoy She-Hulk even just 1% is that it's not really meant to like set up a whole bunch of big shit in the MCU. It's not meant to be super impactful. It's literally a street level hero. Like it's kind of wish what we get for Spider-Man. Like I wish the Spider-Man movies would be him being more street level and less planetary threat level shit. because like the street level heroes are more relatable. You know, you see their struggles, you see like their real lives and shit compared to their superhero lives. You see the drastic difference. Like that's what I like about She-Hulk. She's just a regular street level person. Most of the time, she doesn't even want to be a hero. She's forced to be a hero just so she can have a job as a lawyer that she spent like years working as, right? So it's like seeing that contrast compared to like Avengers, where they always got to save the Earth or bring back half the universe. Like it's a simple, chill show that you can just watch and enjoy without having to worry about what is setting up for the next 10 fucking faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nice to have some street level stuff. Like even the Netflix shows like Jessica Jones and Daredevil.
Yeah.
Those shows are masterpieces, and there's no like Galactus level fucking threat.
Yeah.
So like you don't need Edwin's right. You don't need a galactic level threat to make money. You just need some good stories, some good fucking writing. That's all you need.
Relatable
and
characters.
You can handle your shit. Relatable characters. Yeah. That's all you need at the end of the day.
Because, like, even if Thor was good or whatever, I'm not going to relate to a fucking Viking god that's over here slaying god slayers and shit, saving godly kids, you know, like, that's cool and all, but that's literally been every single Marvel movie for the last 6-7 years. Let me get some street shit, you know, some relatable shit. I was excited for Spider-Man, but even Spider-Man was a very big world-ending, universal-ending shit. Like, yeah, we don't face this shit now, the multiverse collapse. I'm like, damn, nigga, you can't just stop a robbery, you can't go fight Kingpin, like... I thought we were here to fight the Sinister Six, not save the fucking multiverse. You know what I mean? Just dial it down a little bit.
Yeah, they could definitely learn. I feel like in some episodes, the CGI in She-Hulk isn't all that good. Especially in this episode 5, like, she did not look green at all. She looked like very lightish green.
Very pale.
Very pale. And that shit was throwing me off this episode. But what was that? Episode 5. So we have 4 more episodes to go.
4 more to go. At least we're getting Daredevil, so hey.
Yeah, that's true. At least we're getting Daredevil. But honestly, I feel like I've watched like 3 seasons worth. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
I feel like the shit went by in the flash or not. Like I only remember is her getting the powers and then her representing the Abomination.
I aged so quickly watching this show, bro. No shit.
Wow.
That's all the shows. Like we're definitely on like the 4th, 5th series now. Marvel series.
Oh,
7th. Loki. Hawkeye, Captain America, Loki, WandaVision.
See, they just gotta take a break, bro. They're doing
Oh,
way too
shit,
much.
yeah, Miss Marvel. Yeah.
This it's like 7. It's a lot.
They feel like we're gonna forget about them. Like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even realize this, but like the Deadass have more shows than movies for this phase. Like, this is like the phase of shows, not even movies. Like 3, 4 movies that we got compared to like almost 7, 8 shows if you count the animated ones too. That almost nobody asked for.
And they fucking dropped
Groot.
Yeah, I was just about to say they just fucking dropped I'm Groot, and I didn't watch that shit, and I'm not going to watch that shit.
No.
Like,
I mean, again, most of those shows really aren't meant for our demographic. They're meant for younger audience. Like if I put on I'm Groot for my sister, I'm sure she'll love the shit out of it, right?
Fucking tell the chat how old your sister is, please.
She's 2.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Right. They're not meant for us. But at the same time, it's like you guys need. Like, we said this last time. They need like a specific section for adults and then a specific section for kids when it comes to Marvel. Like do your kid shit, but then take your time and give us more quality adult shit. You know, like they're just focused on a younger demographic instead of focusing on the actual people that would spend the money for them to watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the adults are the one paying for this shit, not the kids. So give us some shit for us to watch, like Deadpool, Bloody X-Men, an actual Marvel zombie, like live action Marvel zombies. Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. You know, give me some real shit. Some shit that I can actually watch.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just don't know what they're doing at Marvel, bro. I mean, I feel like it has nothing to do with the age demographic, because, like, yeah, some shows, there's a certain age, like Rick and Morty, that's obviously for adults, and then you have things like Craig of the Creek, that's, like, more younger audience, but you can still appreciate Craig of the Creek. And Adventure Time, like, it's, like, younger audience, but you can still appreciate it.
You can't really complain when you don't like it, because it's not meant for you, is what I'm trying to say.
But that's the thing, like, when I fuck with Adventure Time, I fuck with regular shows, it's aimed for little kids, but, like, I still like it because it's well written and it's good. I, like, even just, you could say, oh, Miss Marvel is for the kids, like, the fucking kids will tell you that shit's trash, like, that shit is garbage, like, they just gotta focus more on characters and writing, maybe slow down with these projects.
Definitely slow down. Definitely.
We saw the Thor movie here well, Edmund already saw it and he reviewed it in one of the other episodes. Me and Antonio finally saw it on Disney Plus. And that show was not good at all. There was a whole list of problems.
I kept falling asleep. I couldn't believe it was not that entertaining compared to the third one.
Honestly, and it's the same director too. I still can't believe that. That's the part that breaks my heart the most, is that he really just dropped the ball on that shit. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Just think Marvel's tone deaf. I feel like I couldn't believe the entire movie just felt like a comedy, and Marvel's doing too much comedy stuff, bro. It's like the MCU is already famous to comedy to the point where people already make jokes. They'd be like, oh wow, why is this movie trying to be like the MCU? Like, when people compare everything to the MCU, if you tell one joke, they're like, oh, these niggas are like the MCU. So it's like, if you're already famous for comedy stuff, I don't know if you should throw more comedy stuff. Like, they threw out She-Hulk, and then they made the entire Thor Love and Thunder a comedy, and it's like, bro, let us get some serious stuff. Like, switch it up a little bit.
Not even that, just keep your comedy casual. Like, you don't have to force the jokes, you know? Like, the MCU, you should be casually funny. If
Yeah,
it was funny, it was funny. It was never forced. I remember when we went to, not MCU, but it was Marvel still, we went to go watch Into the Spider-Verse, and then it was this thing where they were sitting on the computer, and then Miles is like, he has the computer and the monitor, and then Peter comes up out of nowhere, he's like, hey, good news, we don't actually need the monitor, bro. That shit had me and Ahmani crying.
I was in fucking tears, bro.
Because it's so simple and so casual that even we didn't notice you need the monitor, but it's so fucking true. Like, that's good comedy. It's simple, it's not forced. Keep it like that. You don't have to try that hard. If it's funny, it's funny. If it's not, it's not. You know, but when every scene, like you were saying in Thor, every scene's like literally a comedy shit, or they take very serious topics and they joke about it, like how she revealed she had cancer, but she revealed that she's just a little teenager revealing she has a crush on someone, or how he was joking about Valhalla and shit. Like, all those scenes could have been way better, but they were taken as jokes.
Yeah, definitely. Like, when she, like, I was watching the movie regularly, and I was like, I'm not gonna take notes, and then I was like 10 minutes in. I think when Jane like assembles the hammer for the first time or whatever, I think that's when I started taking notes. And yeah, that movie was bad, bro. The way she revealed she had cancer, I thought like that was the one scene you had to take serious. Like, no matter what, you need to take. You can't make a joke out of that, bro. There's no way you make a joke out of that. And they said, watch us, hold my beer, watch us. We can make a joke out of this. And she just said it mad weird. She was like, oh, I have cancer. No, I don't, JK. What am I talking about? Let's go smash something. That's literally what she said, word for word. Like, what am I talking about? Let's go smash something. I was like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that was bad. It's just bad. And no hate on her actor or anything. Like, personally, the characters themselves, you know, the actors, they were great performed.
Yeah.
They were just given a shitty script.
A shitty script,
that's
basically.
Really all it is. And now that's going to be on their fucking record list their entire life. You know?
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Hate to see it.
I was excited for that fucking almighty Thor. Like, what, in the comics, she's a badass. Like, she is a complete badass. She actually runs her own shit. She's like not really a whole jokey character. She's very serious and mysterious. Cause like for almost half of the run, you don't even know it's Jane Foster. All you know is that someone else took up the Thor hammer and the title, and Thor is fucking heated. He's like, yo, who the fuck is this bitch with my hammer and name? And then you find out it's her. You find out she has cancer. You find out that every time she picks up the hammer, and like in the movie, like every time she gets the hammer, it increases her cancer, but she doesn't care because she just wants to be a hero and give back as much as she can. Like, it's beautiful, it's perfect, and like in the movie she does die and shit, but it feels so much more earned in the comics when she goes into Valhalla, because you see everything she did. It was so selfishness, like it was nothing but her trying to be a good person. In the movie, it just felt like she was being selfish because, hey, I have cancer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab this magic hammer so I can save myself. And hey, might as well hit these villains while I'm here. And, like, it just didn't feel earned for her to go to Valhalla or even be called fucking Thor. Like, all she did was pick up the hammer. And that's it. She automatically got fucking powers.
Yeah,
like,
basically. So yeah, that movie's really bad on all fronts.
And they killed Zeus in the fucking for no reason.
Yeah.
Because he came
One
back
shot.
in the end credit scenes. He comes back. So stupid. And there's the latest scene on YouTube now where they show it where he doesn't kill Zeus. Instead, Zeus is like talking to him, and he offers him advice and help, and willingly gives him the lightning bolt. And it's like, alright, bro, I can't help you because, you know, to go to the center.
Why
of the
didn't they do
universe.
that?
I don't know. They're stupid, right? They want to make a joke out of everything, like you said.
This literally is funny.
Because it was so. I think what it is, they didn't want to have Zeus in the fight, obviously, because maybe he's too powerful, so it wouldn't be a fight. So they got to get rid of him, right? I understand that. But why kill him off with his own weapon? Instead of keeping the scene where he literally says, "Yo, I can't help you, but because to go to the center of the universe, I got to be pure, and I'm not pure. I'm having orgies and shit." Like, that would have been a little funny, yeah, but it would have made more sense than killing him with his literal own fucking power.
Right.
And then bringing him back just for the end credit scene. Made no sense.
Yeah, it was rough. Way too many jokes. I remember, like, another thing that got me was when Thor meets the, like, Axel. That's not his real name, but the the black kid. He changed his name to, like, Axel to, like, it's like an American name. Yeah, it's like after some American band dude. And he was like, "Bro, how could you do that? Like, your father was like a real one, bro. Like, you should keep his name. He died for his people. You should keep his name." He's like, "Nah, America."
Like, have you heard the thing with guitar solo, bro? That shit's crazy.
And I was like, everything is just a joke. Everything is just a joke. It's crazy.
The Thanos ice cream shop.
The Thanos ice cream shop. People were upset about that. It's like, bro, that was a serious event that happened, and they just treated it like a fucking
That shit
joke.
was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny to me. That was kind of savage, bro.
Let me tell you,
Snap that craving of ice cream away, you know. Like,
last week, the question of the week was, "Oh, do you think the age of superheroes is over? If this new Black Adam movie is garbage, the age of superheroes is done."
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only Black Adam and Black Panther.
And Black Panther. Then the age of superheroes is done. If these movies are bad, and they can't even be okay. Like, okay is not good enough.
DC's been doing villains
they need to be
justice recently, though.
Yeah, they have been doing villains
Doing
justice.
villains
I saw that
Justice.
trailer and I was excited as fuck for that Black Adam.
Like, the Black Adam's looking good, but if these two movies aren't good, then the age of superheroes is done. Like, we can't fix it.
No, I feel you. I feel you. And I'm a little worried because, for MCU, I'm worried because I'm pretty sure Black Panther is the last one for Phase 4. And the way they're going to open up Phase 5 is with Ant-Man in the Quantumania. And Ant-Man, look at his face. This is exactly what I'm going to talk about. Ant-Man has always gotten so much hate. Some of it deserved, but honestly, most of it was never deserved because Ant-Man is such an amazing character in the comics that when I heard his movie was getting announced, the only thing I was upset about that we were getting Hank Pym as Ant-Man, we were getting somebody else. And Hank Pym was like an old man. Because Hank Pym in the comics is a fucking menace, bro. He created Ultron. He merged with Ultron. He tried to take over the world. He's a wife beater. Like, he's such a complex fucking character. But under all those mistakes, you got a man that's literally trying to do nothing but be a good person. Like, he's just trying to save the world. But he keeps fucking up over and over and over again, nigga. Would have been amazing. Right. But I'm worried because since Ant-Man never gets a lot of hype, it always gets a lot of bad reviews before it even comes out. People are like, fuck that movie, fuck Ant-Man, he's boring, he's cheesy. I'm worried that that's not the best way for them to start Phase 5, especially coming after so much negative effect, right? So I feel like if Black Panther is amazing, just to go into somewhat of a shitty movie, it's just going to be bad for them, right? Mm-hmm. But I understand why they're doing it because they want to introduce King and shit, King the Conqueror, and he's supposed to be in that movie, like a big part of it. So it's more like a building block than it really is anything else. But I feel like they could have done any other movie, really, or switched it up, had Ant-Man end Phase 4 and have Black Panther start Phase 5. But let's see. I'm worried for them.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. I could have sworn Ant-Man was gonna be like Phase 4, and then I guess they switched it and just said Phase 5.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't like characters like that, like Ant-Man. They have somebody like Ant-Man in DC too, and I don't really like him either, like Dr. Adam or some shit, whatever his name is.
Isn't he in the Black Adam movie?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't really like characters like that. I hate characters like that.
Why?
I just think it's a whack power to have, and
Shrinking, bro.
And just to watch someone do like you could watch a bunch of Batman shows or movies because that nigga's throwing the hands and shit. You watching Ant-Man or that's why there's no shows about Ant-Man or the other dude because it's boring. They'll just what they're gonna do, shrink, get big, whatever the fuck, like whatever. Okay?
But it's all the potential, kind of like how that JoJo episode when he was fighting the shrinking guy.
Okay, that's different.
There's all the potential in it, you know.
And he was shrinking the other dude. He wasn't shrinking himself. Well, he
was doing both.
Yeah, he was doing both.
But I'm saying it has a lot of potential depending on how you do it.
I guess.
Right.
I did see Ant-Man in theaters though, when like the first one came out, but I do not like the Ant-Man movies, and I'm not excited for this one.
I thought the first one was good, honestly. Like, it was way better than it should have been.
Yeah.
The second one was
Not there.
not really there at all.
Yeah.
I got hope for the third one, I'm not gonna lie. If they go back to the roots with the first one, and then really set up some crazy shit for the future of the MCU, I got hope.
We'll see.
Take this call while you guys continue.
But I think that is all for the Marvel stuff.
55.
Nice. So, yep, that's it for the Marvel stuff. We're gonna move on to the next topic. Probably just DC stuff real quick. I was already talking about the Harley Quinn earlier, how it's not doing too good. The Black Adam trailer looks fucking amazing. The CGI looks so good. I forgot what good CGI looks like. I'm so used to Marvel's shitty CGI. Like, Eternals had bad CGI. Multiverse of Madness was okay, but they could have been so much better. Like, so much better. This CGI in She-Hulk, garbage. But that Black Adam trailer, the CGI in that shit, looked beautiful, so I'm hyped for that. They had a demon thing come out the water. I thought that demon thing was fucking Trigon at first. But then I was like, if that was Trigon, like, they would just whoop him easily.
Right.
But no, it's not Trigon. It's a villain called Sabak. I don't know much about Black Adam and his villains and shit. But it's a villain called Sabak. But I'm excited for the movie, though, when it comes out. Hopefully...
I just don't know how they're gonna do the Justice Society.
Oh, yeah.
Their version of the JLA.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that they don't, like, give them the fucking... You know, the Justice League treatment that they got. Like, basic-ass, horrible acting, superhero group. They actually, like, give, like, development on them and build off.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be on it when that movie comes out. I'm excited for it. That was actually it for the DC stuff, so we'll move on from that. Talk about all the new anime stuff that came out. So, first, couple small things. Genshin Impact is getting an anime. The studio is gonna be Ufotable, if that's how you say it. I'm not too sure. They did Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
So,
Huh.
Genshin Impact getting an anime. Yes. Some people were making jokes. They're like, ain't no way they're getting an anime before the Switch version comes out, because I guess it's not on Switch.
Really?
But it's on console and PC. But yeah, they're getting an anime. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care. But for people who would like to spend their money on that, they could definitely check it out whenever it comes out. Another small news: the creator of the famous manga Lucky Star, I'm gonna butcher his name, but I'm gonna try to say it. Kagami Yoshimizu, the creator of Lucky Star, they're gonna return from their 8-year hiatus this November. I thought that anime been stopped. I fucking hate Lucky Star, by the way. But
yeah, he does. I put him onto it. He has never forgiven me ever since.
I fucking hate that anime. But yeah, I guess he's coming back. I don't know what else he has to write. Like, it's a slice of life. You can end that shit whenever you want, bro. But okay. But that's coming back. Watch out for that. We got the Cyberpunk Edge Runners made by Studio Trigger. That came out. Nothing but positive things.
A1 anime.
A1. Like,
Definitely.
when it dropped, I had no hype. I was like, I'm gonna watch one episode. It's gonna be mediocre. I'm probably just gonna watch 2 episodes. And then I got hooked. I was hooked on it.
You still hooked. You started playing the game again.
Yeah, so I feel like they JoJo'd me basically, because this is all part of their marketing strategy. Obviously, they're gonna make people get into the game, the anime, and I'll make you load up the game. And that they got me, because I definitely did load up the game, and I definitely did start over a new save.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the game another chance, and I'll let you know how that goes. You went for the platinum, right?
Yeah, I'm like 3 trophies away from
Oh
platinum.
my god.
Bro, I have replayed this. This is my 3rd time replaying this game. We're making a whole new character and everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's a lot of replayability in the
It
game.
really is. My second save, which I still have luckily, I literally completed the entire game. I was gonna get the trophy because there's like specific character level ups that I gotta do, and that's what I'm missing. But in terms of side missions, all complete. Police scanner gigs, all complete. Side gigs, all complete. Like, I did every single thing. I bought every single car. I bought every single apartment. I'm filthy fucking rich. I got every fucking weapon. I got every fucking upgrade. I got everything. But the trophies.
Almost there.
Almost there. It's a struggle, let me tell you. Because once you play that game, like, for the third time, it's kind of boring. I'm not going to lie. I'll be falling asleep during the cutscenes. I'd be like, and shit, and I gotta wake myself up. Like, I can only play like 40 minutes a day.
I'm dead
before I get bored of it, because I just did everything about it. It's like I know what's gonna happen already. You know, it's not a challenge anymore.
I suppose. I feel like this has nothing to do with the anime, but I feel like the cyberpunk game's gonna be like that other game you play with the spaceships and how it keeps getting updates.
Oh, No Man's Sky.
Exactly. It's basically gonna be like that because they keep releasing updates for cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like I saw a video on Reddit that was like talking about before and after the updates, and I was a little impressed. Like, they show the upgrades on your skin, and you could play the arcade machines, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. So, you know, they could keep releasing updates, and the game could get nicer. It sucks that it released in a poor state, but they're trying to slowly make up for it, and that's good to see. That's good to see.
Yeah, there's definitely a big update coming out next year. It's called Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. It's like a huge expansion, DLC, whole new story and shit. From what I can tell, in the trailer, you basically join the government and you're like trying to restore order. But I don't know if you're doing it for a job or if you're really like that's what you want to do. But it looks pretty crazy. And it's definitely more like government shit involved. Because when you play the game, there's not real like any government or enforcement. It's like you versus like the companies. Like the big Arasaka companies and shit, and you trying to save your own life. So I'm glad that they're bringing more like world building and world politics into the gameplay. You know, more dynamic.
Word. I haven't seen the trailer for it. I didn't even know they were doing that, but that's cool. You have to add more stuff. Cyberpunk anime was good. Love the opening. Love the animation. Studio Trigger fucking killed it. Characters are great. I watched some of it. I watched the first episode in English. And I watched some episodes in Japanese, but I kept switching back and forth depending on what I was doing. Like, if I was, like, eating or, like, if I was rolling, then, like, I would put it in English. But also, I feel like when they're fighting and they're swearing, it's way better in English. Like, like, you could be a fucking weeb about it and watch it in Japanese, sure. But the English isn't that bad, but when they're swearing and fighting, I definitely recommend you switch it to English. It hits different. It hits like it should be hitting. Won't get into too many spoilers or anything, but definitely everybody should watch it. Everybody's saying nothing but positive stuff. The locations in the show is also in the game. Like, you can find all the apartments and everything, and I love that.
There's actually a bar, I think maybe episode 4, that they show, and literally there's a side mission where you go into that exact same bar, and when I tell you, it's detail by detail, from where the kitchen is, where the door is, the chair. It was where they were trying to get the car from that dude, and then they like had to steal the data only from the car, but then the dude ends up finding them, so they got to drive off. That bar, and then literally the street itself, like, it copy and paste. Gave me goosebumps when I saw that shit. I'm like, bro, I literally just did the side mission right here. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely part of their plan when they did that, just to make you download the game and play. And it's working. It's working.
Yeah, some of the same guns and shit too. And you can actually get the main character's jacket in the game. You can rock the yellow jacket.
Oh yeah, I heard
How
they
do you
put
get
it
it?
in.
You gotta do the game. When the anime before it came out, they added a little update to promote it, and you basically got to do the side mission for the game. Side mission for the anime, which basically gives you a teaser trailer for the anime. It's like the first scene that you see in episode 1, and then after that you just like have to wait, and then someone else calls you and they're like, yeah, check your trunk, and then they give you the jacket for the dude. Because I don't know how the anime ends, but I'm pretty sure like the anime ending is like connected to the game, because the dude tells you like, oh, these guys, they're not doing what they're doing anymore, and like he gives you like a little reason why. But you don't really know what the fuck happens, so I'm guessing it's connected to the anime. But I haven't finished it yet, so...
Yeah, the anime
no
takes place a couple of years before the actual game starts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I had no idea. That's dope though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's so good from beginning to end. Really.
10 episodes, right?
Yeah, 10 episodes. Watch all the swearing and shit in English. I will never forgive you. I'll find out. Moving on. Everybody's talking about October. October is right there.
It's the month of anime.
A lot of animes coming out. A lot of people on TikTok are talking about this is what your schedule should look like. You know, we got Chainsaw Man coming out, Spy X Family.
Here, I have the list. I have the full list. So you said Chainsaw Man coming out October 11. We got Bleach returning October 10. We got Mob Psycho 100 Season 3 October 5th. We got Sword Art Online new movie October 22. We got My Hero Academy Season 6 October 1. We got Spy X Family Part 2 October 1. Ooh, October 1's a banger. Holy shit. We got Mobile Suit Gundam new series October 2nd. We got, I don't know this one, Uzuki-chan Wants to Hang Out Season 2 October 1st. That seems like to be a slice of life romance for all types.
Yeah, people love that one. A lot of people like that one.
Yeah.
We got Golden Kamuy Season 4 October 3. Forgive my pronunciations, y'all. We got a lot, goddamn it. We got Reincarnated as a Sword.
Oh, I thought you was about to say slime.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, what? That was not on my radar.
But let me tell you, these fucking isekai animes, man. That's coming out October 5th. All these animes are coming out, like, early in the month. I like that. We got that bicycling anime. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm going to just say
There's
Pedal
this
Season
one,
5.
this dude at my job's talking about, I should watch this anime called Blue Lock coming out in October.
Uh-huh.
It's a soccer anime.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people who are hyped for the soccer anime, so I don't know. I do not watch sport animes, but I might start.
Say that. I've only seen like 3, maybe 2 sports anime. To finish off the list, we have To Your Eternity Season 2, October 23rd. So yeah, it's a pretty decent list of animes. If you are an otaku, there's no way you're gonna say I am bored any day of October because god damn, when I say banger after banger after banger, I heard rumors Jujutsu is coming at the end of the year. Don't quote me on that because I'm pretty sure it's just coming out next year.
Yeah, that's next year.
But that's just, that's spreading around. Jujutsu at the end of the year.
They're not gonna do Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu, bro.
I mean, because Chainsaw Man's in October. You're talking about end of the year. You're talking about December. That's like a 2-month little split.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited. I'm really excited. There's no way that, like I said, you're gonna be bored. There's so many good animes and Bleach coming back with movie quality animation.
Yeah, the animation for Bleach is looking so good. Also, all the JoJo parts out already. They're on Netflix. They've been out for a while.
Nice.
Forgot to mention it with the cyberpunk.
Is part 6 done?
It's not done. There's more.
Yes.
But from what I've seen, I mean, it's not done yet, so I don't want to say anything. But I was talking with part 5 more. Like the other 2 parts, I feel like the other 2 parts were like good. Like this, like the first batch of episodes we got, I was like, okay, this is heat.
Yeah,
this
like
is heat.
last season, way fucking.
I was like, this is heat. This is JoJo. This is heat. And then this batch, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but
Nah. Okay.
It was alright.
Okay, interesting. They did put the JoJo manga on the Viz app.
Yeah.
They're on part 6, but it's like behind the anime.
Oh, behind.
Yeah,
I
like,
thought.
they're literally at like the last 2 episodes of season 1.
Wow.
In the anime.
Wow.
It's weird. I don't know why they do shit like that. Cause obviously it's done. Like I think it's like on part 9 in the manga, but hey, maybe they dragging it out, make more money. Who knows?
Yeah, hard to say.
But damn, so you're not really fucking with it that much?
It was alright. You know how they are with their stands and the complicatedness. People were making memes on one of the episodes because one of the stands, dude, like the pointing stand with the fucking green dude pointing and shit, that shit was mad complicated and it was kind of ridiculous.
I still haven't started JoJo, but I'm at least excited to start it now.
But yeah, we just gotta wait and see.
I think My Hero's gonna make a comeback in terms of
You think so?
popularity and just hype.
Yikes.
Because you don't remember what happened this season coming up. It was the first war.
Doesn't matter.
What you mean it doesn't matter? Deku went slight spoiler. So I'm not gonna get too crazy. But Deku went crazy.
I guess.
Like, all I'm gonna say, spoilers right now. Skip 30 seconds ahead if you don't want to hear who's gonna fight who. But Shigaraki and Deku get a rematch. It was lit. Like the panels he was drawing are fucking insane. And then
they were. Yeah.
And then Deku goes on that other.
First war was
later.
crazy. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it was. It's now that it's getting a little boring and trash and repetitive.
Yeah, now.
But that first war, that shit was lit.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
That shit was. It had you on the edge of your seat each week. Like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? The Gigantomania, whatever his name is, like that whole storyline was crazy, and then the reinforcements was crazy. Like, again, I'm not trying to get you too much spoilers because it's just about to come out, but I don't know if you remember what happens after that shit too when it's all done and over. How Deku gets his own more development, but I think it's gonna come back if they animate it right, if they pay a lot of love to the fight scenes, because it's one of the biggest criticism for My Hero. In terms of the manga, like the fight scenes are just really boring and plain.
Yeah.
And they're like one panel off and that's it. But the anime tends to, build up more on it. Like the Endeavor versus Nomu fight that we got last season was way better in the anime than it was in the manga. Way more hype, had way better, obviously, music and shit. But just seeing the flow of it and the added scenes that they give to it made it way better. So hopefully they can do the same treatment for what's coming up next.
We'll see. I feel like you have a lot of high hopes, but we'll see. Because people are already dropping it after the last season.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's going to come back for this one. I'm still debating if I'm even going to watch this shit, to be honest.
You can't just stop doing filler. The first episode, first two.
Oh, especially if the first episode of the season is filler, stop. I swear. Or if it's a recap, if it's a fucking recap.
I'll take a recap over a filler because the filler ones are so annoying. Like, who the fuck is in season 6 not knowing who this character is and what their power is? Like, every episode 1 of every season is always them doing some stupid shit just so we can get each character's screen time and their powers. Like, no, bro. How are you 4, 5, 6 seasons in and you don't know who the main class is? So it better not be no filler recap. None of that shit. I want straight plot, instant.
Oh, we'll see.
Instant.
We got a lot of good things, a lot of high hopes for anime this month.
Priscilla, any takes on this anime?
I'm not caught up, to be honest. I also saw Cyberpunk, all these animes. Also Cyberpunk, that's it.
Not caught up on My Hero? I don't even blame you.
I fell off of My Hero.
Yeah.
I lost interest. But when someone cool does.
Didn't we tell you last week the spoilers?
Not Deku, but that flame dude.
Yeah, Bakugo. Yeah, but apparently they're trying to restore his heart or some shit. Like last chapter I read, the string dude was rebuilding his heart. And I said, if this thing comes back to life, I'm really dropping this shit. I'm not even going to finish it. I'm really dropping it right there. Because there's no way Bakugo comes back to life, bro. There's no fucking way.
I'd be surprised.
There's no fucking way.
Let me just say, I remember, I think it was probably the last episode, he was so fucking confident. He was like, he's dead. I was like, Edwin.
Yeah, he's dead.
We are otakus, Edwin.
His heart exploded.
Know the anime rules. You fucking know the rules to this shit. So that's why I couldn't believe you when you said he was dead. I was like, nigga, you
Tell
know
me why
the
this
rules.
nigga's over here stitching that shit. What are you stitching, bro? That shit's gone. No.
He's gonna turn himself into his heart.
He's gonna turn himself into his heart.
Bro, and now let me tell you, a lot of fans are upset. Everybody's upset. They're like, what the fuck is even going on now?
You'd rather kill a pro hero to save a stupid student that isn't even gonna be able to help you, because if he does survive, he's gonna be heavily injured with a new fucking heart. He's not gonna hop right back into that fucking fight. Or it's gonna be a fusion. Are they both gonna live inside of him?
Maybe.
Is he gonna get the other guy's quirk now?
Cool.
That would be kind of cool, but still, bro. It's the ninja dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid. Please kill off Bakugo. Please.
On a side note, I forgot to mention, Penny Stalking is getting another anime. It's going to be by Studio Trigger.
Yep.
They also did the Cyberpunk, and yeah, they did that Cyberpunk, and not Penny and Stalking, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's about to be crazy. So I'm on that whenever that drops.
Penny Talking is a pretty old anime, but still very recommended on my list. It's just really goofy, but it also takes itself seriously when it wants to.
Yeah.
But overall, it's just a fun. Excuse me. It's just a pretty fun watch, So if you got time for it, definitely check it out.
Another one you could watch in English, which I would even recommend. Well, watch in English if you speak English, I guess.
Yeah.
watching whatever you understand, obviously. But shit, if you watch that shit in English, watch that shit in English, and you'll be straight. You don't gotta be a fucking weeb about it.
I feel you.
Also, I'm not gonna get into spoilers here, but fucking, the Black Clover chapters are doing good too. I feel like they're dropping bangers. And you love to see it. You love to see it. Black Clover taking it up.
Jujutsu.
Yeah, Jujutsu. I have mixed feelings about Jujutsu right now and what they're doing. They're still on this culling game arc. This shit's crazy. But with that being said, yeah, I think that's all the anime news we got for this episode. So we could just end it right here.
Oh, we done.
One final thing that I'm just now looking at when we were talking about the Marvel stuff. There's this show called The Owl House. I tried to put Edwin onto it.
He did.
He hasn't watched it yet. I was talking to my niece and she watched it. I was like, "You watched The Owl House?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my god, she's good." She's not caught up though.
It's a Marvel show?
No, it's called The Owl House. It's like a Disney show. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh.
But it's like really good. And I thought they canceled it because of like the LGBTQ stuff they were having in the show, like in the support they were showing. And I thought they canceled it, but nah, there's gonna be a new season coming back this October 15th. When that shit drops, I'm on that shit. They be boxing in that show. And like it's another one of those examples where it's like it's an animated kid show. It's on Disney Plus. It's like kind of for kids, yeah, but the writing and characters are so good, and the fighting's on fucking point when they be boxing, where you could really hop on that shit any age. So you like to see it.
Okay.
But yeah, with that being said, we can end it on that positive note for animation. I know Tony's watching Bee and Puppy Cat. I know I keep saying I'm gonna end it, but I keep finding things. Tony's watching Bee and Puppy Cat. That's a very good show. I think it stopped because it didn't get enough funding or whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember when it first came out, that show was a vibe and a half.
Facts.
And now it's out now, and I feel like the vibes are different.
It definitely is.
Like that show was like a, whenever it came out, 2014, 2012 show. Like the vibes were right then. But I don't know. I feel like watching it now. I haven't finished it. I only watched like the first episode and a little bit of the second one. But I gotta be in the mood for it, and I'm not in the mood for it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely the same way. But definitely its own type of show compared to the YouTube one. There's a lot of difference. But it did not do like how fucking Ruby did. Yeah, to give
where they fucked it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about Ruby.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about how they murdered it with the fucking anime, bro. Oh my god.
Oh, they massacred my boy.
Yeah, but because I was watching it and I definitely remembered it, like when she gets fired and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that, the cooking dude and whatever. And then the second episode, I remember that too, where they go to another planet and they do the job. And I was like, you know, I felt pretty good. I was like, yeah, I remember this. I know, no, I'm not going to remember every episode. They're going to ask some new stuff, but I'm glad that being Puppy Cat eventually got the love and respect it deserved. That's nice to see. Maybe we could get that love and respect for Ruby one day, get a real fucking anime, map a studio or something, you know, hit us up, bro. We could make a lot of money, bro.
Shit.
We could do some crazy shit if you really want to. Hey, that's on Studio Trigger, maybe. Hey, if you really want to, do some crazy shit. Honestly. But now, with that being said, we'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.
Yep. This has been the TopiaPodCast.
Peace.